peace, patience, and oblivion. This is what the Lord gave me as a word this morning after I prayed. Because God wants us to know when we encounter a person that in our spirit or in our flesh, because if it was in our spirit, we would have the peace and the wisdom to know exactly what was happening. But in our flesh, excuse me for the mistake, we get annoyed, we get aggravated, we get frustrated, right? When we're dealing with a difficult person. We could be at a store and the person's, taking too long, or, even situations on the road, people get road rage. Like, just in general, us dealing with society and other people around us, people tend to get worked up about minor things because they're so, in a fast-paced way of living where they got to do everything on a certain time, and they just want to go back home. They don't want to be in society. They want to get away from everyone, so they just want to go and do what they got to do and get back home because, they get annoyed, right? God wanted me to say peace, patience, and oblivion, which means we are oblivious to what other people are going through sometimes. We all have a story. We all are going through something. So God wants us to step back and just really be in a spiritual place with God, like outside of ourselves, looking at it from a different perspective at whatever it is that's going on in front of us at that particular moment. Okay, when we're dealing with a difficult person in a situation and we see that it's getting out of hand, or we see that, it's not going ideally, we could be the person to defuse that situation, to calm the person down, or turn something into a joke where everybody's laughing and they're more at ease. This is what being the light of the world has a lot to do with, like how we step into a moment and make it more comfortable, right? So, like, when I say oblivion, I mean we are oblivious when it comes to other people's problems and their mental state. So we can't just be quick to judge, or quick to assume, or quick to wonder, why is this person doing this? Why is this person like this? Why, blah, blah, this is where the murmuring, complaining, and all this stuff, God doesn't want to hear none of that, and he doesn't like any of that. We have to be wise to look out at the situation and be like, you know what? We don't know anything why this is happening. This person could have multiple medical conditions. This person could be juggling all kind of problems financially. This person could be completely alone on this planet with not one friend or family member. This person, we don't know why people are the way they are. So that's where the oblivion comes in. The peace and patience comes in, where once we know that would give us the patience to deal with the person, because we got to respect where they're coming from. We got to understand that God knows everyone's heart and where everyone's at, and what type of demons that person's struggling with and everything. That's not for us to try to figure out. So that's where the patience comes in, our spirit, to know that, put that in God's hands with that person, and just you fall back and just, try your best, if it comes to that point, to settle whatever is happening around you in a peaceful way. This is where the peace comes in, because Sometimes people need an ear to listen to them. Sometimes people just want to vent and confide in someone. Sometimes you just got to give a person a compliment or uplift somebody or say something, kind, or just be compassionate, or just, be a nice person. Because if we fight fire with fire, and start saying things to make matters worse, then it's like we're no different than the world. We are not of this world. We are outside of the world spiritually as God's chosen. So peace, patience, and oblivion. That's the word for today, guys. Thanks for listening, and you take care.